are not as exciting as I was hoping they were going to be, considering the last time that TEC played this map. They played Chamber. They're not. They're playing the Cypher with RB on it. RB on Cypher, which is interesting. The JDG, last time they played this map was in the Ascension Grand Finals that they lost with Rare Atom, and they played Viva on the ISO. He's moved over to the Sova. And I do like Sova on this map. Seems this is going to be like a pretty deep recon going towards like a garden, I guess. A lobby, probably the better call. Skyflash just pushing back Martin a little bit more. And it's given a lot of space here for Stu to actually just push up all of this way to get here. Nice. This goes for them to be able to sort of grab her. Considering that Martin only has a classic to work with, I think he's done pretty well. And Stu's just jump peeking this. RB not afraid to fight it. Any other real utility with Stu here? Because he's kind of on his own now. He's got a boom bot. He should really back out. Viva should close this distance. But, I mean, Stu is just not afraid. Unlucky for Viva. Like, he picked the worst time to go for a peek. But at least it gets traded out. So it's still a 4 versus 3. Means that all of this space needs to be given up. Martin and Stu need to make a decision on how they want to approach this. Also, talking about, like, Chinese teams when you have Martin and Stu on the same squad. The most, like, American English names, I suppose you could have. Nice flank in behind by Lochem. And Yihao manages to get the flank onto him, too. Oh, J.K.'s just going. Oh, he's 1 HP. You can't fuck this up, Yihao. Oh, my lord. Also, I need to stop swearing like in the first 5 seconds. I'm going to get Sliggy demonetized. Almost did it, yeah. 37 HP on Yihao. Eek. So at least they pick up a pistol. So what would Sliggy do? He'd do, like, depending on which side people are on. I can't remember which side the teams are on the top. That's a great strat, though. Like, the flash in from lamps and then just lock him flanking around. So they've won 1 pistol, pick up on 2. There's been no thrifties so far, right? There's been a couple of close rounds, but there hasn't actually been any ecos. Look at Abo, he's just sending it. Lochem goes down on that lurk, like Martin getting the first kill here twice now. Skydog is going to get some nice information. And then Viva is just sort of playing in this spot. I guess Viva playing the Silver on A is kind of interesting. But you are playing the Silver with a Sky. Maybe change the size depending on the colors, maybe. I mean, I like my yellow. It's like my favorite color, so that's why I'm a wolf fan. I mean, I could change it once it's blue, is that the common one? I mean, that seems easy to see for me as well. "30 seconds left. Pick up the spike in hookah. Stu's watching it. Full control over here for JKR2. Any plans to learn Mandarin? I tried a little bit on Duolingo. It is hard. But I will probably start to pick it up like once I get the energy to. Stick with your favorite color, you reckon? And then just RB needs to die to the spike. Well, die to spike. Just needs to not survive. Stu is unreasonable. I was skeptical. Did RB learn Mandarin is what you put. He knows a bit, I think. But the team common English mostly. Similar to Loud. Not Loud, Sentinels, with the Loud players from, like, Pancada and Sassy. where they come in English, but then when it's just us two in like clutches and stuff like that, they'll come in Portuguese.
但 Steel 这玩意火冲能冲的这么早，这压力给的可太大了呀！B 场要进行争夺了，来了，直接往前顶。旋转跳没架住。
Against you, an off angle is always an on angle.
看一手看到了一人，这花园看到了一个。而且第二时间窗户啊，一直是让 Lowcam 在进行一个默认，没有选择 A 小升起独木。
Dueling is a really poor way to learn languages. I think the thing that I like about it is like it makes it more of a game. Well, I do the New York Times crossword. Like, that makes me sound like ancient, but yeah, I do like connections and Wordle. I'm that kind of person now. So making a game of it isn't too bad. Alright, bonus round for JDG. Better start on this map than the last, that's for sure. Skydog is going to go out just as the smoke drops, which is like really good timing from JDG to sort of... Honestly, at this level of play, these things tend to be pretty well timed. Like, they do it on purpose. Jakiro, good flash. A lot of damage done from the snake bite. Stu getting the showstopper early. Needs to send it somewhere. Are they going to expect the player that's actually made their way into elbow? Doesn't look like it. They've gone through here with the spike. And there's this late lurk from Chu, but he's been spotted. He's keeping the attention of 3 players over here, though. So it really is like a 1 versus 2 over on the A site. There's no time for TEC to just be dilly-dallying here. But they found an opening on Martin. Shocked out lineups. Spike has gone down. Stu's trying to wrap around on the other side of the poison cloud. Viva gets isolated alone. Lock-in gets traded. 2 versus 2. Where is Jakiro? Is he just right behind him? That's a 1v1. UI slow. Oh, Stu. Abby is ran into... I imagine for Stu as well, thinking about it, there might be some, like, beef here a little. Because Stu is, like, a great Korean player, and he never, like, probably got in a lock-in from DRX, right? Stu's like, I'm the best Korean player in China, not you. Sorry, I got baited by the UI a little bit there. Just didn't see where Jakiro was, though. In the last 12 maps, she was only -1, and it was by 1 kill. See, I would love you as a stats person if I was casting, because that is a sick one to have. He's 8-1. He's 8-1. Martin's, yeah, he's done. Has he done it? Just trying to throw off the poison cloud being thrown. The one way as well. Abo's trying to send it. He's pretty low HP now, but I don't know how much of that was from the decay from the Viper Wall, but he's still 40 HP. Lock'em has taken quite a lot too. Trying to go for this poison cloud. And JDG on this anti-code, they could be a little bit more like passive. Boombot to stall. Nade to stall. No shrug that's left for Viva. In fact, he doesn't have any utilities. Just got his recon dart online now, though. So the timing of this could be major. Flash is good. Stu's taking a good amount of damage from a snake bite behind him. Recon that gets a good ping onto the player on site. Stu's just like, I am Stu. I get to take this fight for free, effectively. But this is still a decent post plant from TEC. Like, I think their post plants on Lotus were pretty good. From Bind, like, this is like a good setup, it feels like. Especially when you're on a low buy. Been stuck in lamps like this and having that late push from RB could be big. It's been half cleared by Stu. They don't expect him. Stu actually half-asses that clearance. And now Neural Theft has been dedicated. RB... Oh, is he able to do it? He's half. Viva's half. Oh, nice try. And luckily they just got half because, oh my god, I didn't realize it was that low on the time. Man, some of these anti-eco rounds are way too close. If he didn't have to reload there, he might have, like, it genuinely would have got them around, I think. I don't understand why China Mainland is considered as a separate region, because it's very, 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 very big. Abby's still goated. Yeah, he's been great today. I was skeptical of him coming in to this region and just being able to, I guess, like, farm. Like, China's bad enough that RB could just come along and just start demolishing people. And, like, he's still being able to do that on a couple of instances. But I think I'd be more impressed with everybody else on the roster for TEC, to be honest. Like, Chu, for me, is the player to be watching, I think, on this team. That, like, could go on and do amazing stuff. Kawhi's been really solid. Bit of a rough start this time. Lock M has been just as good, if not... Well, I'm not going to say a better pickup than RB, but Lock M from Nightwings has been really solid for this squad. There aren't as much Valorant players in India as much as there is in China. Yeah, but I mean, Pacific is more than India, right? I mean, like, the amount of people in the China region played Valorant might be the same... I'm talking at my ass when I say that. It might be the same as, like, Pacific total players. But there's an unfathomable amount of people that live in China. Lockham used to play with Smoggy and some Tyloo players. Interesting. So did Abo, actually, right? Speaking of Abo, he's in. Dikuro gets a pretty bad fight against Kawhi, who clears out. Seekers has actually been used as well from Chu, and they have an orbital strike from Kawhi for the post plant. So look at the money, however, for JDG. Because of that last round got so close, and a lot of these rounds for JDG have been fairly close. Saving is actually not a bad shout. Stu one away from a showstopper. Viva's one away from Hunter's Fury. TEC found the site Stu wasn't at. Also, yeah, true. Saving is so good for TEC. Yeah, it works out for them. Like, they're close to getting some big ultimates too. As well as having orbital strike. Oh wow, they even predict somebody would go for the TP. Is that a big loss? Should be okay for TEC. Might bite them in the ass later on, but I don't think it's going to do much now. League in China is huge, yeah. And Valorant apparently is like, according to somebody that's in like the scene and well known like for Liquipedia, I can't remember his name off the top of my head. He said that the VCT stream on Bilibili had more heat than the LPL. But considering it was day one and the debut, I don't think that's too much of a surprise. Oh my god, it's just an aim duel. This is like watching Drift in TDM. Just everybody peeking out on a long angle. And it's equal, actually. Trades coming on both sides. Sort of leans the way more for TEC because he how's like down to 60 HP. There's a very pistols at dawn approach. Just fighting down long. And Lockham still has the Viper's Pit to work towards. Orbital strike on both sides. Viva's just playing late on this. I mean, he can hide in his corner and then what? Hunter's Fury on the plant as it comes in? And he's from, like... You could maybe see some stuff like Hunter's Fury's tried to use on the plant to stop it from going down. Kawhi uses the orbital strike maybe on where Viva is, although I think that would be a massive waste. You can maybe molly it. Like, if you play up against JDG on Bind after this, no, it's not going to be a Hunter's Fury off the rip. They're going to orbital strike instead, which is just as good because Viva's in a great angle to get Lockham. So he was... Well, did he have the plant in hand? I assume he would have done, because Kawhi planting would have made no sense. Hunter's Fury is now going to be used. Good call, but this is still great for JDG because they're just stalling so much time. Abby's going to go peek and push. Yihao reads it. 6 seconds left. 3v3 is descending into a 3v1. They don't even get the spike planted. Little bit odds of a round for Tech, to be honest.
好像摸出来了这个位置，有没有机会？能够守住自己的这杆长枪啊。
But welcome to Bind, where it's just plant denial. It's a good job we don't have Bind and Icebox like today for this series, because yeah, there'd just be a lot of that.
基本上你会发现第二局打不下来的，基本上都是属于一突倒得太早这种感觉。 他们也是比较大胆的，因为就靠一个人数，你最多第一波进攻的时候也是3到4人的一个。
If there's like common questions mods that keep coming up, I don't mind like recording an answer for some of them, putting them in a clip that you could just show them. For some of the more like difficult ones to explain in a sentence.
适当前压，适当找一下位置。 而且京东这回合 B 点相对来说比较保守的一个看防了。B 大是没有人去看的，但是有毒球在前点，他
just like DM me on Discord or just be like, this one keeps getting asked.
要相遇了！RB 这波能不能扛得住？1号的前压。
But when it comes to like how China works with games and its government and its whole ecosystem, I'm a little bit like not up to date on that. Very complicated. Also a little bit intimidating. Crazy big country. Showstopper, Orbital Strike used on this execute. Worked well for Tech last time coming on B. Showstopper's going to be used from Stew. Any real damage done to him? Doesn't look like it. Loses 5 HP. Or 15 HP, sorry. Look him. Trying to fight in this space again. He's up against Fever. Just great duel. The wide crouch peek you just don't expect to see in the pro scene that much. You might see it in like some of your ranked games, but Viva has just actually demolished people here.
JDG 从2楼以及是防守方重生点的双人一勾2勾1打吧，帮助 Viva 成就了。
The China's client replay system is not really a replay system. It's more of an automatic PV clicking tool. Yeah, yeah. And I think a lot of it is kind of like the UI stuff, like API stuff that you kind of get in your games where you like look at the round replay and see where everybody was stood. I think it's just that sort of buffed up a bit. Who are favorites to win? JDG. Maybe that's like a good command to have as well. I should do like a tier list of where I rated the teams beforehand and then give them like a placement. Because I put Tech in the same tier as Wolves and DRG. Viva? 2 players. This, I'm scared. I'm scared. Stu, I'm scared. What have you done? You're stuck. Is this going to be like a Rorschach moment where he's like, I'm not locked in here with you, you're locked in here with me? Is he about to just do the crazies? He needs help. Martin's just left him on his own. This is that whole meme where there's the guy sweating, just typing frantically. And then Martin's singing payphone in fucking lamps. Neurofeft is going to make him a bit more scared anyway. Oh, that's a good idea to try and spray through there. But Abo's got him and Abo's got a gun upgrade. Meanwhile, Stu, he's in jail still, over in the TP. Kawhi's waiting for him. Kawhi also with the molly as well for the post plant, so he's in a good spot. If Stu gets one here... Nah. I think that's a bit of a wacky round for JDG to lose. Straight eco as well, right? Pretty much, yeah. Abo gets one with the classic, I think. Was it even just a ghost? It wasn't a sheriff, it was just a worse pistol, and he's able to get 2. I don't think Yihao wants to go for the teleporter because he just everything went wrong over here that he has no idea if they've gone inside it or not.
但是不得不说啊，在第2局，京东确实也是找到了自己一些习惯性的打法了。啊，对手的这种强突，自己感觉是能解决了。
That was a moment, but Stu is still 11 and 4. And I think you're right. I'm going to move back to the. What about this color? Ugh, no. Just straight up yellow? No, that hurts my eyes. I think just like this gold is probably the better one. The very like YouTube highlight color, right? That's what I was thinking. You know, like the arrows pointing at everything. Gamerposture.mp4. I mean, I'm sitting like an absolute clown, but I'm so invested. Like, I feel like I'm Shadow. My face is just on my screen. Which color is the sticky color? We'll sort it out in a timeout. Somebody remind me in the timeout. I don't want to do it now. This is a big round for both teams. JDG's money is pretty tight. They're also on some like worse weapons now. And an eco would be needed for tech if they also lose this. No real ultimates to define the round just yet. There might be a Viper's Pit from Martin. And Jakuro has that Seekers. He executes, again, coming in clutch. Yihao, good to get one. Unlucky, I think, to not get onto Abo there, considering there was that vulnerable as well from the snake bite. Jakuro's pretty low HP too. All of these players are looking to come in from CT, other than Stu that's waiting for like a late rotate. In fact, like, Stu is just getting stuck here because of like the pressure that Tech have been doing with like these lurks, which hasn't been that much. Like, Stu is just taking ages to rotate. Like, I can understand it if we saw a lot of, I guess, like Lock M like pushing this and catching him on late rotations, but that's not what Tech have been doing. And Stu just still comes in and gets a kill with a Guardian. He gets traded.
真的给秋叶做到了，对吧 ？Locam 一勾一打，秋叶全收了。看 Martin， 看 Martin，Martin 也没机会，这一分 TS 再次拿下。
You have to eco。TC
再次拿下。连续的追分啊，帮助队友也是稳了下来，似乎已经找到了在这张图上适合来打对手的一个进攻节奏了。来看这分的一个回放，阿伯前点位进攻，对吧？连打掉后点位，这个卡哇伊是比较。
How was I set for? I want to like
打掉1号。
look back at myself in the camera because I think it's just leading forward, right?
秋叶这一波吧，确实也是非常给力啊。整体帮助。
Concon monitor setup, but where he could basically eat his dinner off of his screen because it's that like horizontally across. I thought Abby would be duelist in tech. I mean, there's a lot of players that could be duelist in tech. Like Chuye is one. Abo, of course, and with Abo IGLing.
但是现在只看到了一个人的信息啊。Still 压出来 ，B 通前点没有给到身位。正面 Jackro 打掉第一个，同时有补枪。
Abby is still sat in the middle spot, so I think he like maybe Abo is IGLing, but they just want Abby sat in the middle just because they're coming in English. I don't know. Usually the player that's in the middle of the UI is the IGL. Because the production set this up so it's like where they're sat. So Yihao's on the end, Viva's there, so on and so forth. I actually thought the JDG, like, I'm confused how they're able to make this money work as well as they are. I guess they're on so many Guardians, it doesn't matter. 来了 ，Jackro 身后的队友也在跟，都在找我的5杀，让给我兄弟。Viva 先帮你消耗一点血量 ，RB is just in a 1 versus 5, completely doable. Never mind. Jackro gets his ace. 还你一个，是的，一场一个5杀。卡哇伊已经是 Jackro， 2名选手在2张。JDG's IGL is Jackro, the one that just got an ace. 予以重击啊，是的。Both these teams is a little bit uncertain, I think. 再来回味一下这波的一个5杀 ，Still 的一个1勾1打 ，Jackro 主要是这一分枪线真的加得很稳，而且主要是他们没有去选择用出烟闪的一个。Abby has always played Sentinel, I thought. Not necessarily. 想打出其不意。Abby played like Raze back in the day. I think he even played some like Breach before Stacks did. But Abby is the definition of a flex. Abba's got an attack up now. 慢慢蹭吧。 浴室前点位先控制下来。阿伯明局走的是浴室，正面随时施压。How far on Beaver? What's the ammo like on these players? Quite low. 这一分通过终极球的一个控制的话，他也只能帮助阿伯去垒一些的技能点。主要还是要靠这手追猎之灵在这回合。A good default, not a bad place to put the attack up. To be fair, because that's where Stu's mostly been playing. 进入他们的技能循环了，一会儿还有恢复的。 Pretty much the same default that's been done for all of JDG's games. You've either got Martin played outside of lamps because they're expecting this orbital strike, and Seekers as well from Chu, and a couple of ultimates that might be online for JDG this round, but I wouldn't say likely. Guy flashing long, don't get anything. Tikus is used towards short. Viva gets another kill from heaven. Nicely done from him. The operator hasn't been given up yet. Hunter's Fury, good for the delay last time. Didn't get a tag onto Kwai, but almost did. There's the orbital strike counter for the Hunter's Fury, but Viva's in a good spot to just avoid it completely. Sky Flash didn't... Doesn't matter, I guess. And RB is again in a 1 versus 5. Gets one. Can't get another. Stu's still alive.
行啊，京东也是帮助自己的局面稳了下来，消耗掉了2个终极技能啊，最后天极光束也是选择交出来了，但这一分依然没有吃下来。这两个队伍太有可能打满了，真的太有可能打满了，实力非常相近啊，而且在这一张地图里面，现在的这支 JDG 他们的
position for Viva to be on.
回到了熟悉的我们对他们的认知。
Was that the whole bug with the Sky Flash going across? But because you activate your Poison Cloud at the same time? Because it didn't flash them. I think that was the Sky Flash Viper bug. But it might have also just been like the timing of it, I don't know.
那对于 Jacko 而言，就只能先往后退了。但是现在枪声只露了一个，并不确定这个点内的具体信息的。回防其实来的还挺快的，马上 B 包点就补到了3。
Proud of you, thanks Marcus. Proud of you too.
阿博想要买这个包点的控制权，看到了1号被打掉，而且阿博已经来到了近点这儿。
Stu is at least able to get one before RB sprays him down.
打掉了阿博，形成了一个1换1。是的。
What have Tech been like on these B plants? Like they won one, lost one. No, they've been winning these out consistently, right? I think there's only one that they lost.
Jacko 手里的追猎之灵选择直接交出来探点的一个信息，手里还有一发的引路之
But
水。
Stu is down, so what can the rest of this team do? Kuro got an ace. This is a good point. Like I'd say the Tech's post plants are actually really nice. You compare it to like how FBX played yesterday in some of their post plants. The difference here, like just where Tech are, where they're cross-firing, how they're taking fights. Really good stuff towards like Tech on these executes.
刚才这回合整个打下来的话，像我们之前说到的，比如说进攻方 TC 在这个近点以后的如何来站点的问题，其实
Master Shanghai is about to be crazy. I'm really excited. I think China's also going to be crazy when it comes to the fact that there's no like roster lock. Like we could just see some crazy, like just like, multiple players from China just being rotated in and out if a team doesn't do well. And that's going to be kind of tricky to keep on top of, especially because I don't think there's any broadcast at all for the Challengers League for China. Like that's just online, like on like Bilibili and stuff. I'll have to ask Riot about that actually, because I would be 100% down to do Challengers League stuff for China too if I could get watch parties for that. Because there's a lot of other great players that weren't part of this and other orgs that I'd be really curious to see if Attacking Soul tries to play in the Challengers League and stuff like that. I think if JDG or Tech can figure out some macro stuff after Madrid and improve for Master Shanghai, yeah, both these teams, like the rate that they can improve is major. Like Tech, I sort of rated them like an 8 out of 10, I think, after Evolution. Oh my god, that's like a sliggy 8 right there. Good god. What is that as a monster? Let's say that's like an 8 out of 10 for like Act 3 of Evolution. Like here, if it's like a 7 or a 6, that's still pretty good. 7 out of 10, give him an IGN rating. But I guess it's like for like Shanghai, is that going to go up? Is that going to stay the same or is it going to go down?
我觉得就是在晋升赛当中，当时对吧，和最后一个席位能失之交臂的这种痛苦，会对他们现在新赛季的起航
A good steadying of the ship for JDG. You know, you're 4-0 up, you have a bit more of a fight back, but you still manage to like keep that lead. I mean, it really comes down to like these kind of performances, but these kind of performances is what we're very used to as Rare Atom fans. Stu and Viva just farming. Abo's at least doing well. Like, nobody's really popping off for Tech this one. Like, even when JDG lost, Stu was still, like, top of the server, right? ACS. This guy Sheriff one flash and it's just been used and it gets nothing. Yeah. So there's no information to actually work with. You're right, like there is an odd like pistol buy. Everything else seems fairly normal. Beaver's already used a shock dart, now used a recon. Just uses it for long. Tricky now though. One shock dart probably saved for some of these trips potentially. And for JDG, it's basically working out where the cipher is. So you either go into the stack where there's 4, or you go into the site where there's the Viper wall, the cipher stuff, and also a sheriff. Funnily enough, I think the JDG are picking the right option here. Stu tries to walk across. Locke has taken a lot of damage. And now we've got J.Kuro lurking up on showers. Managed to get past the angle Abba was on, but J.Kuro had utility in hand, right? He was ready to flash. Wow, they are like panic rotating, thinking it's going to be B. Or are they just making steps? I think they're just baiting. There's no reason for them to rotate over when you got the cipher stuff there. I think that was a call from TEC. They just like make noise that like we're rotating. And time ran out. Can't even get the plant either. Good round from TEC. Don't really like the plan for JDG. Just it seemed a bit like bit global esports, just trying to walk up. The utility that came in from Locke had shot on Locke, I'd say.
通套这 A 小确实太难过了。3把的正义，1把的锋刺，但是最主要的是 Stew 的手里面没有2颗惊喜翻腾。
Yeah, I wonder who called that. So it's 3 pistols now for TEC. 1 for JDG. 看看这个正义能不能获取到一个头部上的命中。Like I'm playing off this trip. J.Kuro can't break it without peeking into it unless he gets a shock dart from Stew or a satchel from Stew, but he doesn't have any of those. Did I say a shock from Stew? A shock from Viva.
对，这个是高点位，经常防守方会打出其不意的时候站的点。是的，打出了人是由 Martin 现在一个人尝试前压，进了施压，正4个已经全部来到了 B 点，准备。
Guai expecting a flash. And Abby sat in the smoke with a marshal. Pretty sure he no scopes him.
但是现在的话 ，B 大方向只有
It's a shame. There's definitely a world where Martin could like have just walked through this and got a brimstone that's just facing the other way into the wall. Skyflash doesn't get anything. Brim smokes are very cut off. Surely they clear this angle that Lockham is on. That's like the one place that you're worried about. A little bit of a force up too, right? Like this isn't just a pure eco. I'm running into the bad habit where I assume, okay, a team is going to eco here, but because it's China, they don't. I need to, like, stop assuming that they've done stuff with buys, and then I'm like, wait, they forced here? Wait, they have an op on attack? Can't assume anything with China. Good post punt. Stew, 1 HP lurk, might be massive. He's letting that go. He's got half. Oh, and like Kawaii. Nice try. I don't know. They should have a buy here, right? Honestly, I'm gonna like. Let's see. Let's just see. People really think it's Sky Flash not recharging is the end of Sky. It's definitely hit her a lot. It's the right change for them to make. And I like Sky like a double initiator setups too. This is a full buy, full send from JDG. This isn't This is everything that they have, and the bonus for Tech still fairly tame. They've not bought up much into this. Sky Flash goes out. Still one left for Chu. And Viva's just holding like default. Line up. That's actually such a much better lineup than what I had. Because I do one from here and then you just do it over the top.
TEC 这边也想出去吃点信息了，濒临之户直接往 B 通给。就这种喜欢进攻的队伍，你让他什么都不知道，他心里就难受。就比耐力现在，总有一波。
She's still having one flash, about to use it. Actually does hit Viva, and then Log tries to push out. So good from Tech to like put a bit of pressure here. Would force out more utility from JDG. We're leaving this execute fairly late again. They haven't done enough, I think. Like, Tech are reading this well. They're getting all the people in place. You got a trip in this main choke. You got a trip outside hookah. So even just like faking this and then jumping for the TP is hard. Any damage done from the trip going off? I mean, Kawhi's just going to peek out. At least he gets traded. 15 seconds. Snakebite is on the plant. Viva needs to move. Dekuro gets killed by RB. This bonus is cooking. Time is low. It didn't even look that hard, actually, for Tech to deal with that. JDG are not doing enough on the attack. Like, they're just... You gotta put some pressure on B. Like, Tech had everything that they needed, like, information-wise, right? Nice shots from RB, though. What's the stream viewership peak? For this stream, it's a lot higher. Just because, like, I'd done some like EMEA Open Qualifier games on the stream. I don't know, actually. I think it's like 3 or 4K. How would I even wet that out? Because that might be also like a good command. I don't know what the peak subs is that I have. I don't know what the peak followers. Sorry, the peak viewers I have. Stu's able to get one. Stu's on site. He's in the smoke. He gets a wood classic. How is Stu doing this, man? He ran in with a stinger, gets a kill with that. Classic, he's playing gun game in Valorant. Viva's got a good, like, flank control of this too. Fluffs his lines a little bit. RB clears him. Even gets a Nero theft. Which is gonna, like, not really give him that much information. He has his camera still in hookah. In showers. Showstopper used afterwards too. That's... And they're splitting up now too. Like, RB's got like a fairly like open site. Manages to still get the plant in. So there's two 1v1s happening here. First one's won by RB. And Kawhi knows that Stu is just in this corner that he hasn't crossed. Or does he? I think he does, but I don't think he's 99% sure. There's him anyway. Only reason why that round is close is Stu, right? But still. Is there an op that they had? Probably for Abo, right? Yeah.
就顶着明局硬进，其实第一时间我是有点没想到的，但是确实啊，也是第一时间必须这么一试啊，因为这分本身就是偏少经济的。
JDG and lowers, yeah, man, like against all gamers or DRG.
比较完善，就是枪法这一关 ，Viva 这个枪械劣势太大了，一枪没有带走 RB， 没打到这个头部的命中。不然这分把零给断掉之后，转 A 就非常通顺了，只能叫可惜吧，可惜啊，可惜。
Why are there so many ecos, bro? I mean, that wasn't an eco win. It was close to being, but... Okay, Jikro holding on. Oh my god, the flashes. Sends it back out in response. Somehow JDG come out on top there. But I think this is kind of what JDG are expecting, right? They're playing such a passive default. But they're really expecting Tech to be aggressive like that more often, and they haven't been. Even on Lotus, I think that's been the case. Like, JDG are just playing such a passive default, seeing if Tech are going to, like, lose their composure and overextend. Especially when you only have the sky for getting information. JDG, like, surely, like, now, there's no sky flashes, there's no dog, there's nothing. They're expecting plays like what Chu is trying to do here, like, by just overpeaking a bit more. You've got a recon that you have a sky flash. You have an orbital strike as well that you can use on, like, lobby. And Tech and now pushing this. Oh, the timing couldn't have been worse for JDG. That peak is crazy well timed from Chu. Literally just said that was the game plan, to expect the aggression, and then they don't expect it. Like, surprised Pikachu face, like, huh? Oh. And RB's still got all his stuff on A because JDG have done nothing over towards this side of the map. They spent their whole time fighting for B. There's trips, there's a camera. RB just peeks. This is going to be another chance where the plant doesn't even go down because of time, pretty much. Oh dear. Okay, now I am pretty convinced that JDG will have to eco.
只能去强行来卡一下视野，来尝试一下了。秋叶在线下赛里面打的真的是非常的放得开啊，这一分大胆激进的尝试。
JDG get the first kill too. Just how everything went there. It was pretty much the peak off of the Sky Dog being used. And he gets 2 before he's traded out. I think this is a like necessary timeout and a great time to do it for both teams. I say for both teams, but it's needed for JDG obviously because they lose a round like that. But Tech being able to like, all right, what ultimates do they have? What are they gonna do? What are they? They're just like playing like these like very passive defaults. All right, then just hold. Like the Cypher utility is getting so much impact from RB because it's just not being cleared. Because you know, like on Lotus where you have to like walk up on C, break like the turret, and then you can go back. But also, if you're playing Sova, wouldn't you have shock dart lineups for some of the more common ones? Like, I would have thought that that'd be one of the main reasons as to why you choose this agent. And they're forcing here a judge and 2 bulldogs. Not a fan of this. Also, is Martin only on 4 kills? I'm pretty sure those 4 kills came in like the first 3 rounds. And Stu's just holding with the judge whilst he's stunned. Yikes. Took him so long for his teammate to break that trip too. That's a force too. Money is just piling up and up for Tech. Yeah, Martin only has 4 kills. I'm pretty sure, yeah, like first 4 rounds he got those kills in. Alright, well at least he breaks that streak. Nice peak, but 1 versus 4 that he needs to do with the spike left here. Alright, okay, he has a Viper's Pit. Chu is just on the angle. Now he's backed off of it. There's 30 seconds left. He's worried about a flying. Kawhi, does he get cleared here? He's just gonna walk it. Oh. Ooh. Can't get up flicks level of speed. Martin has those moments for sure, but I don't even want to say nice try because the start of that round was a mess. Look how long Stu was like pinged for. And 3 people peek into that. And another force from JDG. Have they actually ecoed at all? Because they kind of did this a little bit on Lotus too.
这一局游戏是单人看管 B 场啊，一般明局都会叫保镖， 但是这样去高风险的尝试，你看阿博就把信息拿得满满的了。
但是他不前顶了，好吧，这一次。
但实则是有人在家默认的因为这支队伍叫 JDG。
对，哎，这 Kuro 手里。
Right, Skydog broken, satchelled out.
把明居先往后逼退，还想来做 repick 吗？阿博
Awesome. Not really been any lurks at all from like short when there's B pressure.
他们真的是啊，就算你再怎么起明居，我也要来顶一下明居的这个感觉。
因为这一分，先锋和决斗在一起，就想尝试来打。
The Skydog's going to be used. Gets a lot of free information. Showers is in comfortable tech control because of the trip. You got camera up here too.
这一分其实很大的，因为现在 JDG
Camera broken. Kwai on site.
起完了。
是。现在明居回防也已经完成，2楼一杆明居怎么进点？
Don't know what ult was used. Seekers.
手里有晚安焰火的阿博。
Joe stopper in hand for Abo. Beavers find that kill onto RB that was towards Metal. Kwai does get like flushed out. Oh my god, Abo is so close to just getting a safety report if it was online.
的一个保护，整个的小黑屋的位置完全占了下来，而且他的位置被找到。维瓦现在还在找。
维瓦一直在架，但是秋叶过来，有小球皮，维瓦第一下没有
Don't like the Viva is there.
带走了。
可惜现在正面回到了一个3打3的局面。
A Viper's Pit used outside of Metal. Martins has gone down at the same time. Jakiro manages to get Lochem just beforehand. Now Yihao 1 versus 2. He's on piss. He's in that corner. He's not cleared. Nobody clears him. I would have thought that'd be the first place that you would check. I guess it's like, cause did Yihao have the orbital strike before then?
是的，这两个背身极其不容易，以对方的反应速度，他其实个人几乎只有1枪的机会，他做到了。
TEC 百密一疏啊，就唯一一个死角没有搜到，没有想到1号就会从这个死角落里面杀出来。
是的。
Oh, the showstopper goes for it gets Martin in lamps. But yeah, I guess like not clearing that is kind of questionable from the defense. I know time was a little bit low and everything was all over the place, but that was a Valorant round. We said something about a timeout, right? What were we going to talk about? I've forgotten now. Oh, I was thinking of like subs. There was a couple. Thank you, Nippo, with the Prime. That was like a few minutes ago, but second time out in 3 rounds. I mean, yeah, JDG rounds. I thought it might have been a tech one, but actually, no. Sometimes production is wrong with this, so could very easily be a tech timeout, but JDG calling it after winning. I mean, it did come down to the wire, and a lot going wrong with them, especially the start of rounds now. He didn't have ult, yeah, so he didn't, like, there was no reason to expect he'd be playing and hiding, I guess. Because if he had his, like, orbital strike before the 2 kills came in, they might assume that he was, like, you know, playing from here, or playing in lamps, maybe pushing backside and just ready to ult. Still Guardians in play, Viva Jakiro Martin. Seekers, Hunter's Fury, Eco likely for tech if they lose this.
但是现在注意一下，左侧是有3个人在架设的这个位置，都在找他。阿博就这一步啊，咫尺天涯，有没有可能？
JDG refused to eco. I know, it's wild. I mean, they love the Guardian over there for sure.
感觉到对方可能要转 A， 现在是4人重防 A 的一个思路，把 B 交给了。
Gonna get it nerfed, I think, with just how much they've been able to do with it. Alright, the nade is there to try and break the Cypher trip, but it's over on A this time. I don't... Oh, this is so awkward. You just, like, straight executing and you don't have, like, a split. You don't have any protection, so Abo gets this for free. Stu's still alive. Flash peek, nice. Little bit fluffy, but that's okay. Viva's a country mile away, but he has Hunter's Fury. Spike's been planted. Like I said, Jakuro's just not watching. Viva goes down 2. She has to 1 versus 3. They don't expect him here. This is... He has a showstopper if he gets 1 kill. Oh, nice from Kwai actually hopping up onto the box. Not afraid. RB was low, so he was just a bit more passive. But what on earth are JDG doing in some of these rounds? Just the simple stuff like, okay, like you don't need to go for like a B split every single time. But if you're going to jump out of hookah, having somebody ready to do something along long, solid. Even just like that angle not really properly being cleared by utility. This was all free from Abo. Like Viva just fighting on an angle. Jakuro is out in the open facing towards elbow, which is where Stu was. Now this is a natural eco. But players are still forcing. Like, is this the UI being wrong? Like, hello? Showstopper. Oh, it gets two before he gets taken down. Not a great peek. You know that Kawhi is playing from this position an awful lot too. And because there's no like pressure, like there's just no splits. It's just JDG sending it short or sending it hookah every round. But this is free. Free control for Kawhi to be on. And nobody's bothering with the lurk. Skyflash dodge. Good wall from Martin to protect from Lamps a little bit more. Might not matter though. Martin in a 1v1. Luckily he wins it. Strategy really is quite basic. It's just, yeah, just big factors are missing. But it's not like RyanCentral didn't have this problem before. I'm not saying it's like, oh yeah, because Yeoman's got. I think it's just like, this team is just straight panicking that they're doing plays like this. But like this round and the round before it came after another timeout from JDG. Alright, eco for tech. I hate how close this map is, you know? Like, it's great that it's like competitive, but at the same time, it shouldn't be. I think Tech should be clearing this out. TMV watches, yeah, I mean, this is like... Sliggy's going to probably point out a lot of stuff as well that I aren't really focusing on, I guess. Because I'm just trying to, like, shout over the action. It's just like at least a better setup for JDG. Viva is an outlaw and still has that Hunter's Fury. Jakuro's not too far away from having the Seekers. Nade goes into that corner where Lockham got a kill last time. Utility's out. The Snakebite is really nice from Lockham. Shu is underneath. Lockham, did he... Check these corners, come on! Like, I think that's just spacing. I don't think that's... It's not for Jakuro to clear, but because Stu is dashing up, nobody was following Stu. Nobody checked it. Right, the rest at least is good. But there has been a couple of instances where Jakuro is just running out like a Euro clone, just staring straight ahead. Any damage is good here, Abo. Good peek though from JDG. How is the scoreline 11-11? It is absolute waffle. Third map is split though, which is going to be crazy from both these teams if we get there. I don't think we've seen that much split from Tech, if at all. I think they beat top on it actually. Stu has hit 50 kills on the series. He's about to 30 bomb again, yeah. Like, I hope he's getting the bag from JDG because, oh my god. 28. I haven't really liked Abo on the duelist for Tech, I'd say.
队列之影给到大致的防守方的一个点位，也已经知晓。
JDG have at least started to do what I want them to do, which is just hitting both sides equally. If they get into 1v1 duels, they win them.
这个时间点的过点架一架。
But they just keep dying to players in like precarious positions. Dekas has been used to buy a little bit of time. Stu, great fight for him to take. Zebat's going to clear him out. The flash as well. He's 14 HP and just has to dash out. Jakura's at least got one before being traded. Neural Theft is used. 3 versus 3. All 3 players are in lamps. Hunter's Fury is still here for Viva. He has shock darts. There's no molly. There's no nothing. And they're peeking it and fighting it instead of like... Is he going to do it now? He's going to shock dart just as he peeks. I think the shock dart even like misses RB maybe? Oh my god. And that was when TEC lose a player to begin with. Stu gets the first kill. The way that like Lochem and the Sky Chu clear this, Stu just gets stuck. Yeah, the shock barely did anything to Abby was on the defuse. Is it going to OT? Stu is the attack op. He's had enough. He really has like hit his limit, but he is also looking towards the side where there's a sky flash that usually comes in. So having Viva there as support is good. Right, now they know that they have attack up. Dealt with nicely from Shu.
那你如果再来 A 包点进攻的话，前点位有0的半线啊。现在这杆明居其实场面上的局势对 JDG 而言，进点会有些难，不好摸。Martin 是非常冒险的去把这根半线给打掉了。A 小的单向眼也出现了，现在这个位置 A 小进不去，浴室的位置也很难。现在知道你有进攻明居，因为你响过枪。 TEC 所有人都缩在后点位，跟你打一个。
Got the Silver over here alone. Just Aldron in this place. He doesn't have it. He shocked darts. Trying to make some noise over here. Slow walk up. Martin has got into sight. He's got past the camera. Now he hasn't though. He's been spotted. That shouldn't give up anything. Showstopper, is it going to clear him? No. Does it do any damage to him? No. That just ran all the way behind. Martin's done well here, but I don't think he was expected to run into a judge. Now the Hunter's Fury's being used. And it hits nothing. I genuinely think I would have preferred to see Viva on the jet. You know, like, I think the Silver's been not really that impactful. Not in the right ways, at least. Oh, no. He still gets one. Knows that there's one heaven. Snake bite to just clear close, and he runs right into the snake bite. Lochem is 1 versus 2. 1 versus 1. Viva, he's got 8 bullets. He has 8 bullets. He's a recon. She was just sticking it. Oh, I didn't think that the recon was going to... Like, it didn't hit him on the first pull. No, or did it just hit him right at the end? I think Chu stayed on it because it's like the recon's not hitting me. But then it pinged him the second. Yeah, it was very slow. Oh, my head. One versus 3-1 for Viva, though. Doesn't look bothered. He's just like, nice. Normal day in the office. It's like, nice job, yo, man. I mean, oh. Aggressive stuff already for TEC. The Sky flashed in. Camera is pinged some early information onto Martin, who, yeah, I'd be bullying at this point because Martin's struggled with a lot. Stu playing in on Tetris. You got 3 players over here. Skydog at least sees onto where Abo is. And Abo is alone, I guess, more notably. Viva's utility in hand. Don't know if it's a shock or a recon. But he reconned onto, like, short. Now that these players have come out, managed to get past with the Brim Smoke. But now a couple of kills coming in either side, but it is JDG with the advantage. Martin should probably clean that up a little bit more, but now it's a 3 versus 3. Yihao coming in from Metal. The disrespect to Martin that they're still planting here knowing that he's in lamps. Like, they are just bullying him. Yihao has held on. Should have been punished more there. Now Martin's waiting. I guess he's been patient waiting for a teammate, but the second peak wasn't necessarily that good, and JDG have made it to 13. Okay, okay. Abo is not feeling it. He's not. If he's calling no and trying to do this, I guess he's doing his best Angel impression to an extent, but like, yeah, give a lot of credit to the IGL struggling with like individual stuff. But A, I don't know if he is actually IGLing, despite them saying it. RB sat in the middle of them. And B, IGLing on Duelist is never the play, I don't think, unless you're double Duelist. But also, you're on series point, on like 12. And now you're frightened that you're like messing it up, so he's probably feeling that because he's on low on kills, like, I have to make a play. Like, I am the one that's holding us back from winning this series. I'm going to try and do more, but that ends up causing more issues for him because then he overpeaks, and then it's just I need to be better and do more to gamble to make up for how bad I'm doing. I made another mistake. Now I need to do more in order to make up for that. I make another mistake. And it's just on and on and on. Has to say RB is IGL too. And like, to be fair, 18 and 21 for Abo isn't too shabby. I just don't really understand what the plan was for TEC where you have the Raze here alone. Like, some of the positions of the teams on attack, who's where. Like, you've got the recon over for JDG, but I think if you're TEC or you're watching JDG after this and you're about to play them, you know it's like, okay, if Viva does a recon, it means nothing, because he could be lurking on his own. And Martin only pushes this when he is support. Stu is holding this. I genuinely don't know who peaks first. Tension. You can cut it with a knife. Who's it gonna be? It's actually Stu that wins out. And he's found Lockin on the lurk. Where's Lockin going? Stu has bailed out JDG from like an upset loss. I mean, they still have another map to go, and this round especially could still go back the way of TEC. The amount of first kills that JDG have got and still not capitalized on the rounds. Yeah, you'd sort of expect that TEC still have a way in. RB now going to try and make a play to make numbers even. And he's done that exactly. 3 versus 3. Holy shit, he gets onto J. Kuro as well. Now he's stuck on this corner and Pierce. Neurotheft shows where Viva is. He isolates that fight too. Is he going to waste some 30 HP? It really is now Stu versus RB. Okay. I am sorry. I am sorry to TMV for everybody that was saying that RB was just going to come in and start smurfing on this region. And I said, no, I am wrong. I will eat shit on that one because RB has just owned them. I said that he had to maybe push and make a play. I didn't expect that he would just ace like that in overtime. Good lord. Wow, he almost punched off his player's hand on the right-hand side. Give me more people to fight. Alright, now, like, I like this from TEC. Like, you just have an insane round like that. Keep striking whilst the iron is hot. Keep playing fast. J. Kuro, the double flash, and he peeks alone and Abo gets him. Stu is pushed all the way into short. And you've got Yihao just on site alone until Viva rotates. Viva has the op. Viva having the op isn't too much of a surprise. He played a lot of Jet and stuff before for JDG. And this guy, Flash or Dog, is just like Yihao is... He'd be lucky to get one. He knows that there's one here. If he fires, he gets RB. Now they're ready to go. Manages to look away. Gets RB still in that corner. Preempts it perfectly. Viva is going to have to peek. Abo gets 2, the showstopper. They actually get Stu going for the TP as well. Just like that. Alright, Martin, 1 versus 3. Oh, this reminds me way too much of the Ascension, like, final round, because Martin had to clutch it out then too. 1. He's 10 HP. And Abo is the op. Where is Abo anyway? He's on Garden. And then you've got Lock-in that's playing the hookah. No state bite lineups. Everybody playing far back. The discipline from TEC in these post plans has been staggeringly good. Abo gets a 4K. Alright, just as I was saying before, like, alright, maybe, you know, he's sort of feeling the pressure a bit. Great bounce back. Alright, never mind. Oh, Yihao has done so well there. And Lockham just has the flank covered. Like, my god, I think we have found the super team. And it is a JDG. How many kills, sorry, does Stu have at this point? Kawhi is looking to push this 32. She's waiting for this. She's ready. He's ready. He's in the perfect position for it. The smoke's about to drop. That's 1. That's 2. He's on 34 now. Kawhi still gets one onto Viva just beforehand. And Lockham is going to go for the TP and fight this? Now Stu is a showstopper. Never mind. RB's like, nope, you don't. It is the battle of who is the best Korean in China this game. Immovable object, unstoppable force. I mean, RB would just spray that and still get free, I feel. He's on 10 bullets. Martin, he's on 10 bullets. Martin, please, he's on 5 bullets. And RB just hasn't reloaded. Like, had those opportunities, but he doesn't know when he's going to be pushed. Martin's now stuck. Now he feels that he has the opportunity to go for it. And now he's just going to spray into that corner a little bit more. Just tippy-tap her in, but he's not going to get much. But gives information for Chu that he's there. Great read from J. Kuro. I really want a third map. I don't mind who wins it at this point because it's been... it'd be a staggering story for TEC to beat JDG here. But if we could go to a third map and see these teams duke it out and split, I would be so happy. It's such an important kill for J. Kuro to get. And eventually Martin gets the kill onto RB. Stu might get 40. He might. Abo got a 4K in the last time that they had an attack round. The round of overtime. It's always on Bind that gives the best overtimes, isn't it? I think of like Gambit and Crew at like Champs 2021. Almost went to overtime last time for Rare Atom in Ascension. Stu's just peeked up. Okay, he's earned him there. 35 kills. And Lockham's tried to lurk up. Gets spotted by Viva. Lockham is starting to like feel the pressure, I think, a bit more. Yihao and J-Kuro with a crossfire. Viva's here to help. There's a recon dart ready as soon as they come in. Yeah, just right on top of the doorway and arches. Abo lurking up to see if he can get anything here. Martin's seen him. Doesn't really tell you that much because Abo is kind of doing a lot of stuff on his own. And it's a great fight to win. He's not going to expect Stu in heaven though, right? In fact, Stu doesn't give it up. Like, Stu could have gone for the peak there and he just didn't. 3 versus 4, sorry. Any ultimates? Stu is one away from another showstopper. Nade clears out towards bench. All of these players towards short. Lineups in hand for Kawhi. I'm scared for JDG here because this is taking a lot of time. Viva pushes lamps on his own. Can't do that. Giving Abo his nade back, and now we've given him showstopper. And he's got both of them. Did he just ace? We didn't see because of the kill feed, because they had the picture-in-picture. But yeah, I was just saying, he got a 4K last time, could he do the same? No, he just did one fucking better, he just aced. After again, JDG get the first kill. They were in a 5 versus 3 and they lose. What's Viva doing here? Crazy.
14比15，三水仍然没有选择叫暂停，这个时候不会给你喘息的一个机会。是的，又是 TEC 的再次的领先，又是狼子的遇事选择前压。JDG 也想去打快一些，但是半线就在脸上，怎么办呢？太难进了，太难进了。这个时候
，Oh, the Skydog, like this JDG execute is like, it's gone back into that bad habit again. J-Kuro has been pushed away from the Skydog that came through the TP. So now there's a lot of pressure in showers to the point where JDG needs to try and push to take more space. They clear out the sky here. Viva pushes on his own. He gets traded. Martin trades that. 2 versus 3. You got the one player over on B just in case they go for the teleporter. That's where they're going. Lockham can just win it out here, but he has... Okay, he's got one. Martin in another clutch. 1 versus 2 still to go. Sky Flash connects onto him perfectly. And Viper's Pit. And he just gets sprayed down. That's it. JDG pick up Rare Atom, probably the 2nd best team in China of last year, and they lose to RB. But in all honesty, as impressive as RB was, everybody on TEC was farming. Like, oh my god. Abo looked really good in overtime, to be fair. I think that's where some of his experience shone out. Kawhi was really good in the first series, really solid here. Shu, a little bit quieter on this map, but still like, impressive. And whilst RB is like the super debut that he's had for China, Lockham also was fantastic. I don't know who I'd necessarily give my MVP, but probably RB still. Wow, that's a big upset. Maybe I was wrong about Yeoman as well, like not being on this team. But also, it's really hard to gauge. I already feel like I have to have my rebuttal to Sideshow now, because he was like very like, missing Yeoman is big. But it's more like if this team is now commenting Chinese, it really feels like disconnected from JDG. They looked lost way too often. Yeoman stocks for the roof. Maybe. I don't think it was just down to that, but we'll see. But TEC 2-0 win over JDG. Great start to the day. I think there's going to be more upsets potentially as well.